scripture here I want you to think about. It's found in the book of Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. It says, commit to the Lord whatever you plan to do, and your plans will succeed.
All the schools, the parks, and every area we can think about. And we had almost 5,000 to 7,000 souls that came to know Christ in 1 week. This group is comprised of various different groups. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to help me bring down the group.
I live a life of crime. I was a gang leader. I was on drugs. I did a lot of things. I was basically what you call a career criminal. And one day, God knocked me off my horse just like he did with Paul, the Apostle Paul, and told me that there was much more to life than what I was doing right then. You know, and that's when I came from out of the streets and I decided to give my life to God, and the rest has been history. And after a few years of just carrying out my organization, Youth Against Violence, we were taking people to different churches, and he spoke to me and said, look, man, it's time now for you to start your own, so you could be able to bring this word down in a language that young people could be able to relate to.
Was personally mentored by the late Dr. Miles Monroe, who was instrumental in helping him transform from a career criminal into one of the Bahamas' most influential agents of change. Carlos has inspired audiences all over with his dynamic, real, and down-to-earth presentation. He's spoken to corporate professionals, government leaders, churches, Rotary and Kiwanis clubs, youth groups, countless school and community rallies.
You're authentic, baby. You one of a kind.
Carlos launched the organization Youth Against Violence, whose sole purpose is to influence this generation, to influence future generations in positive ways. He also spearheads Operation Redemption, which is a hands-on training institute for troubled young men, and the King's Sons, which is a mentorship program for young men. He runs a suspension program for students who've been suspended from school in the Bahamas. In 1994, Carlos started the Peace on the Streets campaign, which has been focusing on restoring peace in the Bahamas. He hosts the Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic, which is one of the largest basketball tournaments in the Caribbean, and it brings together hundreds of young men and women to shoot hoops instead of guns. He's the founder and brainchild of the Hope Community Center. God has used Carlos to impact, influence, and empower thousands of people, both young and old. He's the host of the television show Hope for the Hopeless. He's one of the co-producers and the face of the award-nominated reality show Shock Treatment. Carlos has appeared on many television and radio shows. He has sat on the Bahamas National Crime Council, the Bahamas National Youth Council, and the Bahamas National Drug Council. He served as a consultant to Kent University and serves as a consultant to the government of the Bahamas. Carlos is a justice of the peace in the Bahamas. Dr. Reid has authored 3 books, which are Out of the Hood and Into God's Purpose, Facing the Future, The Key to Becoming the Successful You, and the Bahamas Gang Culture. Carlos Reid is a senior pastor of the Kingdom Ministries. He's married to Tiffany Reid, and they have 4 children. Carlos has lectured at the College of the Bahamas and is a well-traveled speaker. He's been featured in newspapers and has received numerous local and international awards for his work, including an honorary doctorate degree, and is the 2015 Bahamas Icon Award nominee. Carlos perceives himself as a solution and believes that God has placed him on planet Earth to effect change.
It's a cross. But everyone gets a cross. For some of y'all, it might be a job. It's a cross. For some of y'all, it might be health issue. That's a cross. For some of y'all, it may be some haters. That's a cross. But I hear the scripture say that he who wants to follow me must first deny himself, pick up his cross, and follow me.